The identity of Dorothy's stalker and killer remains one of the most troubling mysteries in California's history. It started with strange phone calls. She heard the voice of an unknown man, a voice that seemed to know her every move. The voice on the other end of the line seemed to know things he shouldn't. He described details about her daily routines and mentioned clothing she wore or places she had recently been. On the night of May 28, 1980, Dorothy attended an employee meeting at her workplace. She noticed that one of her coworkers, Conrad Bostron, looked unwell. Concerned, Dorothy offered to drive Conrad to the hospital. Dorothy offered to bring the car to the hospital entrance so Conrad wouldn't have to walk far. They waited, then waited, but she never arrived. When suddenly, they saw her white Toyota station wagon speeding towards them. But before they could wave her down, the car veered sharply out of the lot and disappeared into the night. Hours later, Dorothy's car was found abandoned and burning in an alley about 10 miles from the hospital. Dorothy was nowhere to be found. About a week after Dorothy's disappearance, her mother Vera received a phone call. "Are you related to Dorothy Scott?" the caller asked. "I've got her," the same voice that had tormented Dorothy in the months leading up to her disappearance. 4 years after she vanished, a construction crew discovered human remains along a remote road in Santa Ana Canyon. The remains were identified as Dorothy's. Even this grim discovery brought zero closure. There was no cause of death, no new clues to her last moments, and still no trace of the person who had stalked her.